Hello, you're watching The Market Bull. I'm Rebecca Marsh, and today we close out our four-part discussion with the CEO of biotech company FivepHusion. In this episode, we focus on the company's investment opportunity, and here to tell us all about it is the company's CEO, Christian Toouli. Christian, welcome. I'll get you to start by giving our viewers a summary of the current capital raise and also the use of funds.
So we're making very good progress in our current pre-IPO capital raise. Our intent is to rapidly progress towards an IPO that will initiate in the first half of next year. Consequently, the funds that we're looking to raise are focused on IPO readiness, corporate development, building the team for that IPO, and ultimately initiating 2 clinical trials, both of which are ethics approved, one in adults and the second in children. We are really excited as well to start the scale-up manufacture of our drug as we look towards future registrational trials for Deflexifol, our lead asset.
So what could be the impact of your technology in treating cancer?
Well, our priority indications have significant unmet medical need. Our lead indication in adults, stage 4 bowel cancer, or metastatic colorectal cancer as it's also known, is a disease that is palliatively treated, and only about half of all patients respond to any available therapy. From our data and that of others, we think there's a real prospect that our drug could really enhance therapy and lead to better outcomes, both in survival and importantly in the safety and tolerability of the treatment as we look to augment standard of care with an optimized therapy. In children, we're looking to develop Deflexifol as the first approved therapeutic drug in the treatment of pediatric ependymoma. This is a heartbreaking disease. It's has highest incidence at very early age, and we're hoping that Deflexifol can ultimately be a new drug to lead to better therapeutic outcomes for these patients.
So Christian, licensing and M&A deals are typical sources of non-dilutive capital resources, capabilities and expertise, and investor exit opportunities. What are the FivepHusion catalysts for these types of deals?
We think that we're very close to some significant catalysts. We've already had a lot of interest from prospective partners around the world. We think pragmatically that is going to increase significantly once we file an investigational new drug application, or IND, with the US FDA. We're around about 12 months away from that for both lead indications. And so we really see this next 12 months and the work that we're doing through the capital raising and this pre-IPO into the IPO to be a significant and really exciting path towards key milestones that will attract global interest in what we're doing. And similarly, as we then initiate our registration trials, we expect that interest to only increase further, both from a licensing perspective, but also potentially from a M&A activity perspective as well.
So what are some precedents for relevant deals?
Look, there are a number of different oncology precedents. Over the last 5 to 6 years, we've seen a variety of different licensing and acquisition deals for similar types of drugs, as well as in similar disease indications that we're developing Deflexifol. 2 standouts include a deal done between Jazz Pharmaceuticals and Chimerix. Jazz acquired Chimerix, particularly around its lead asset, which was in very late stage development in pediatric brain cancer, for approaching $1 billion US. In colorectal cancer, Takeda licensed a drug from HUTCHMED, a Chinese pharmaceutical company, for ex-Chinese rights for just over $1 billion US. These are 2 really good precedents, and they represent the potential opportunities for Deflexifol as we develop our drug into phase 3 and thus become a really exciting prospect for companies around the world that are working in similar cancer disease indications, whether it be colorectal, brain cancer, or a variety of other solid tumours for which Deflexifol has real potential.
And lastly, Christian, I'll just get you to remind us of the global markets that FivepHusion is pursuing.
With a global drug, one is looking to optimize standard of care everywhere. We think there is really global market opportunities. Certainly in our conversations with both clinicians and pharmaceutical companies around the world, we see a lot of interest in this drug, Deflexifol, in that it's well recognized that it is optimizing standard of care drugs that are utilized wherever you are and for a whole variety of different solid tumors. We have the unique potential that in a very short time, we could have our drug registered in these major pharmaceutical markets and thus being taken up by clinicians as a new standard of care, both in the treatment of colorectal, gastric, head, neck, and pancreatic cancer, and in children in very high unmet medical need pediatric brain cancers.
Christian, thank you so much for joining us on this 4-part series. We hope that 2026 brings big things for FivepHusion.
Thanks very much, Rebecca.